welcome back. I'm Amira David. I'm a mental health therapist and I specialize in perinatal mental health. Let's talk about something called the window of tolerance. Imagine we all have a window that's a certain size that can hold all the ups and downs of everyday regular life. Now, when we're inside this window, we feel in control for the most part. Life can get harder and easier and harder and easier, and we can use our executive functioning skills. We can think, we can problem solve, we can communicate well with our people. Everything feels manageable when we're in our window of tolerance. We can regulate our emotions, we can have emotions and then come back to regulation pretty easily. Now, imagine you are very sleep deprived. Imagine you are struggling to connect with your partner and you're fighting more than usual, also because you're sleep deprived. Imagine you're struggling to cope with brand new parenting and being dependent on like you've never been dependent on before and how overwhelming that is. Imagine maybe you're completely overstimulated. Baby's been crying in your ear all day long, maybe all night long. You don't know what's wrong. You've tried everything. Your senses are completely overwhelmed. Imagine you're hungry. You can't feed yourself because you don't have as many arms available. Do you see what's happening? That window of tolerance that used to be much bigger, where all the normal ups and downs of life fit inside, guess what? They no longer fit inside this very tiny window of tolerance. What happens when we get sent outside of our window of tolerance? Well, when we get sent out the top, it's more like a fight or flight response. Quite literally, physiologically, all the blood rushes to our extremities. We get ready to actually fight or flee a danger. So this could look like in our day and age, right, when we're not fleeing from tigers, but anxiety, rapid heart rate, racing thoughts, quick anger, irritability, fighting, emotional reactions, worry, nervousness, fighting or fleeing. If we get sent out the bottom of the window of tolerance, and we all kind of have a predisposition to maybe one or the other, this looks more like depression. So if this is more like anxiety, it's a fight or flight survival response. The survival response down here is withdrawal, checking out, numbing out, spending a lot of time on your phone, wanting to go to bed and not get up, maybe a lot of crying. Down here, it's more of a depressive response, which looks like the survival response that is a freeze response. Fight or flight, freeze. The words up here would be something like, I have to do something about this situation right now or else. It's like a threat. Down here, the words would be something like, I can't, I give up. If you're experiencing either of these, it's your body's best attempt in this moment to get back in your window of tolerance. Think about it. If you're numbing out, withdrawing, it's your body saying, I can't anymore. I gotta stop everything so I can regulate and come back to homeostasis and get rest. If you're up here, it's your body saying, we got to do something about this. We got to make a plan. We have to figure this out. We have to fight back. We got to do something in order to feel more in control and safe in order to feel regulated again. Now, the threats might be very different now. It might be that I'm just completely overwhelmed and I feel like I'm not enough. Or it might be that my relationship is threatened right now. Or I feel like a bad mom. Like these things feel like threats in our body. It feels like danger. Identity danger almost. And if we've tried everything or if we're completely exhausted, sometimes it's really just, I can't keep going. Like I literally have to stop everything. Neither of these are bad or wrong at all. It is your body doing what it's built to do to try to be okay. Now, some ways to get back in this window of tolerance if you're out. Really good ways if you're in the upper region, in the fight or flight region, to get back in are to move your body. Think about it. If you're having a rush of adrenaline to fight something or run away, your body's ready to move. There's something called a stress cycle. So it starts with a threat or a danger. We respond to it. We use our body really hard, one way or another. And then we have to come back around to home where we feel safe and taken care of. So if we're feeling anxious or in that fight or flight state, we have to actually use our body, like run around the block, go for a walk up a hill, do some jumping jacks, dance. Music is an incredible way to shift our state. You can also do breathing. I know this is cliche, but it works for a reason because your vagus nerve that's connected to all sorts of things in your body, when we are in a fight or flight state, we're breathing pretty shallow. And that actually tells our brain that we are in danger, because that's how we breathe when we're in fight or flight. So in breathing slowly, especially into your belly, a longer out breath, so maybe in for 4 counts and out for 5. The longer out breath tells your body via your lungs, connected to your vagus nerve, that you're actually safe. This is why deep belly breathing that's slow actually works. It's like a brain hack. And also the out breath actually down regulates your heartbeat a little bit. So your heart rate actually starts to come down the more you breathe out. If you're down here in the freeze response, we want to honor that. It's hard to just jump up and get out of the house, you know? We want to honor the sense of like a need for safety. So resting is good. This might sound funny, but actually getting in a fetal position helps your body feel that sense of safety. This is the universal position for safety. Allowing your body to feel safe is good. And then slowly moving up the ladder, like getting up and splashing your face. Another really powerful way to start to feel safe, and this might sound weird, is to actually lay on the floor. Fetal position or just on your back. There's something about the hardness of the floor that feels good and safe and grounding, but it also helps your mind locate you in time and space, where you actually are safe and things actually are okay right here, right now, as I'm laying on the floor. The points where your body's touching the floor also helps you come into this present moment where you can be mindful because you're actually feeling things pretty viscerally. Other ways to get back in your window of tolerance from this freeze state is to find something to fight for. Actually, there's another way to show this polyvagal theory, is what it's called, on a ladder, where up here, actually in this way of forming it, is the safe and social, I'm doing good. The next part down is the fight or flight, and the bottom of the ladder is freeze. So if we move up the ladder, we're on our way back to this safe and social place, but we have to move through fight or flight. So actually getting off the floor and thinking about, what am I fighting for? Am I fighting for my family? Am I fighting for myself? Am I fighting for God, purpose, healing? Also, a great way to shift your state is to just get outside. Honestly, movement, just slow walking, being in the sunshine, getting fresh air is one of the best ways to shift out of a frozen state. And then other ways of just helping your body feel safe. Do you need to do some TLC, some self-care? Do you need to call someone and just talk about how you're feeling? Do you need to cry? Sometimes actually that frozen state just needs you to feel in order to start moving again. So there's lots of ways to address this, but I wanted to give you this way of thinking about our nervous system with a window of tolerance to take away any shame you might be feeling for having bigger reactions or different kinds of reactions than you're used to. Some moms are saying to me, like, I'm having incredible rage towards my dog. I've never yelled so much in my life. Why am I raging? And usually we'll discover that that rage or irritation comes more when that mom has felt alone for a long time. When we feel unsupported, our nervous systems get out of whack pretty fast, especially during this perinatal period. So no shame in it. If your body's doing what it's built to do, let's just understand it and get you back in that window of tolerance as best we can. Thanks so much.